Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Darren Taylor. Today we'll be talking about the career fair coming up here at Troy University. My guest today, Coordinator of Career Services, Lauren Cole. Lauren, thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you.
And as I mentioned, the career fair, obviously an opportunity for students to find that possible future job. But tell us a little about the career fair and how it all works.
Okay, well, it's going to be Thursday, April the 4th.
Okay.
It's from 9 a.m. to noon. And we're actually doing something new this year. We're going to have it in Sartain Hall.
Okay.
So it's going to be a little bigger, a little more room. It's in the past, it's been in the ballroom.
Okay.
So we want any of the students to come out, even any alumni of Troy. They're welcome to come. But it's definitely about finding the job, but it's also about networking. There might be an employer there that doesn't have a position right then in their field, but it's all about making those connections. So we want students to come, get to know those employers, bring some resumes, and really impress them while they're there.
And of course, the opportunity, I guess, for students to make that networking connection is there, but ultimately it is maybe to try to find a job.
Exactly.
And it's you often hear that the career fair is potentially your first job interview.
That's right.
And so and students, I guess, they have to be prepared for that possibility that they may be getting that first interview.
They do. There are a lot of the employers that take as much time with them as they've got, that the students can take time and talk to them and leave their resume. That's going to be their calling card. That's everything the employer wants to go back and look at to reference them. A lot of employers will take notes and try to, come back to that individual and interview them later. So it's a really good time for students to come, dress professionally, make that good first impression, bring their resumes, and they might be the one that gets hired for that job.
Well, and another thing is juniors and seniors may have different reasons than freshmen and sophomores to going, but for everyone to know that it's open for everyone, and there are opportunities for those freshmen and sophomores to go to the career fair outside of trying to find a job.
I would say, like we touched on, juniors and seniors looking for that job. Freshmen and sophomores starting to learn a lot about networking, make those connections, but also there are a lot of internships that are involved here. So they might also be a little confused about what career path they want to take. This could shed some light. This might tell them, well, this industry looks to be doing really well, so I'm going to pursue that. So yeah, it could shed a lot of light on where they're going or some internship. And
of course, and that's one of those things, and when you talk to an employer there, you may not even be aware that something you're doing could be effective and by possibility in that job field. So an opportunity for all the students to get involved. But one of the things when we talked about there, the job interview process and everything, preparation. How should a student get prepared for the career fair, no matter what they were doing to go?
There's several steps they can take. They can go to our website, troy.edu/career services. There's a big box in the middle page. It says Trojan Recruiting Live. If they don't have an account, they can get a free account. There's a resume builder, and they submit their resume. We correct it, and we email it back to them. So that's a good way to get prepared. They can come to our office in Eldridge Hall. We can do a mock interview that gives them some experience and some ready-made answers that they could tweak to that employer. And just coming by and picking our brain a little bit about, do you think I'm in the right career field? What type of job can I pursue with this major?
And that's a lot of questions that a lot of students probably have out there. But the day of the career fair, how should they prepare themselves? What should they take with them? How should they dress? Things like that.
I would say bring, if you want to do kind of a mock business card, you can. You can go online and do some for relatively inexpensive, put in your contact information, but at least maybe have some resumes. Also, just dress professionally. You don't have to be in suit and tie or any kind of a suit for the ladies, but just look presentable. You might want to avoid jeans. You don't have to, but just look, pretty presentable as much as you can.
Really, like we said, it's a potential job interview there for anyone.
And don't just rush in. If you have to come between class, that's okay. But if you've spend at least 30 minutes, give it an hour, so you don't have to rush through everyone.
And of course, is there a list of the companies on the website?
There are. On that Trojan Recruiting Live, you can see everybody that's coming. And I'll encourage students to do this. Don't be closed-minded to any companies that are coming. You may want to work for one certain company. If they're not on there, come anyway. You might be surprised at what the companies are offering. Just because it's a hospital, they need administration too. That's just an example.
Different opportunities to learn a lot of different opportunities for the students out there. So now, once again, if anyone wants to get involved, when and where?
April 4th in Sartain Hall from 9 a.m. until noon.
And if they need any help outside the website, they want to come see you, where can they find
104 Eldridge Hall.
Eldridge Hall. So good opportunity to learn a little bit and get prepared for the career fair. Well, good luck with this year's fair.
Thank you.